Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Speak Smart English. I'm Michael, your host for today's lesson, ready to explore the everyday.
And I'm Patricia. Today, we're going to dive deeper into something we all experience, our daily life. It's a fantastic way to practice your English.
That's right, Patricia. For all our amazing viewers, Speak Smart English is here to make your English practical and useful for real conversations. Being able to describe your daily routine helps you talk about yourself and understand others.
Yes, it's super important to know how to share what you do every day. Michael will ask me many questions about my day, and I will share all the details.
Perfect. Remember to subscribe, like, and share this video if you find it helpful. Your support helps us create more lessons for you. Good morning, Patricia. How are you feeling today?
Good morning, Michael. I'm feeling very well, thank you. The sun is shining, so it's a happy day. And you?
I'm feeling energized, ready for our lesson. So, Patricia, let's really dive into your daily life. Can you start by telling me what time do you usually wake up and what is the very first thing you do in the morning?
Yes, of course. I am an early bird. I usually wake up at 6:30 a.m., even on weekends sometimes. The very first thing I do is turn off my alarm. Then I stretch a little in bed, maybe for 2 minutes. After that, I get up and go to the bathroom.
6:30 a.m. That's quite early. What do you do in the bathroom?
First, I drink a big glass of water. It helps me wake up. Then I brush my teeth very carefully and I wash my face with cold water. It feels very fresh.
It sounds like a refreshing start. After you leave the bathroom, what happens next? Do you eat breakfast right away?
Not right away. After the bathroom, I choose my clothes for the day. Then I make my bed. It takes only a few minutes, but it makes my room look tidy. Then, yes, I go to the kitchen to prepare my breakfast.
Okay, and what do you usually have for breakfast on a weekday? Is it the same every day, or do you change it?
On weekdays, it's usually the same because I like to be fast. I always have coffee, black coffee, and I usually eat toast with butter and jam, or sometimes plain yogurt with honey. Sometimes, if I have time, I cook an egg.
Sounds delicious and consistent. Do you do anything else while you're eating breakfast, like read or watch TV?
Yes, I usually read the news on my phone for about 15 minutes. I like to know what is happening in the world. Sometimes I listen to some quiet music too. It helps me relax before my busy day.
That's a good habit. So, after breakfast, what do you do to get ready for your English class?
After breakfast, I check my backpack. I make sure I have all my books, my notebook, and my pens. I also check if I finished all my English homework. Sometimes I review my vocabulary words one more time. Then I put on my shoes and grab my bag.
And what time do you usually leave your house to go to school?
I usually leave my house around 8:45 a.m. My class starts at 9:30 a.m., so I like to arrive a little early, maybe at 9:15 a.m.
How do you get to school? Do you have to travel far?
I usually take the bus. The bus stop is only a 5-minute walk from my house. The bus ride itself takes about 15 minutes. It's not too far, which is good because I don't like to be late.
And once you arrive at school, what happens before class starts?
When I arrive early, I usually go to the student lounge. I meet some of my classmates there, we talk for a few minutes, maybe ask each other about the homework, or practice a few English phrases. It's a good way to start the day.
That's a very proactive way to learn. What do you usually do during your English class?
During class, we do many different things. Our teacher usually starts with a warm-up activity, maybe a quick game, or a short conversation. Then we learn new grammar rules like the simple present, past, or future tense. We also practice speaking in pairs or small groups. And sometimes we read articles or listen to audio. We learn new vocabulary every day.
It sounds like a very engaging class. So, your class finishes at 12 p.m. What's your plan for lunch after that?
After class, I am usually quite hungry. For lunch, I always eat with my friends. We usually go to the school cafeteria, or sometimes we bring food from home and eat in the park if the weather is nice. We talk about the class, our plans, or just laugh together. We eat for about 45 minutes to an hour.
Eating with friends sounds lovely. And what do you do in the afternoon after lunch?
In the afternoon, I usually go to the school library. I spend about 2 to 3 hours there. I do my homework, review my notes from class, and sometimes read English books or magazines to improve my reading skills. I find it easier to concentrate in the library because it's quiet.
So, a focused study session. What time do you usually leave school and head home?
I usually leave school around 4 p.m. I take the bus home again. It's the same bus, but sometimes there are more people because it's the end of the workday for many.
And what do you do when you get home in the late afternoon or early evening?
When I get home, I first change into more comfortable clothes. Then I usually help my mother. Maybe I help her prepare vegetables for dinner, or I tidy up the living room. Sometimes I just relax for a little while, listen to music, or watch a short video online.
That's nice to help your family. What about dinner? When do you usually eat dinner and who do you eat with?
My family usually eats dinner together around 7 p.m. It's a special time for us. We talk about our day, what happened at school or work. My mother is a very good cook, so dinner is always delicious.
Sounds wonderful. After dinner, how do you usually spend your evenings?
After dinner, I usually relax. Sometimes I watch a TV show or a movie with my family. Other times I read a book. I also like to call my best friend for about 30 minutes to chat about our day. Before bed, I often prepare my clothes for the next day to save time in the morning.
That's very organized, preparing for the next day. And finally, what time do you usually go to bed?
I usually go to bed around 10:30 p.m. I like to read a few pages of a book before I sleep. I try to bed about 8 hours of sleep because I need to be fresh for my English class the next morning.
That sounds like a very well-structured and productive daily routine, Patricia. Thank you so much for sharing all the details. It was very interesting.
You're very welcome, Michael. It was fun to talk about my day.
Please give this video a like if it helped you. Share it with friends who are learning English. And subscribe to Speak Smart English for more useful lessons.